Imagine waking up one morning, glancing at your partner across the room, and realizing that the spark you once felt so effortlessly, that deep, magnetic desire, has quietly slipped away after turning 60. It's a moment that hits hard, isn't it? That sense of loss can feel like a shadow over the intimacy you've built over years, leaving you wondering if it's just inevitable, part of growing older. But what if I told you that by just eating this one thing every morning, you could start reigniting that lost desire after 60? It's not magic, it's grounded in real science and the emotional truths of our relationships. And today, we're going to explore how small, intentional changes can bring back that warmth and connection you deserve. I'm the Intimacy Doctor, real talk, real science, real intimacy. I come to this with a heart full of empathy, having walked alongside so many people navigating these tender shifts in their lives. Think of me as that trusted friend who's here to guide you gently, without judgment, drawing from psychology, relationship science, and the wisdom of human experience. We're in this together, unpacking lost desire after 60, not as a problem to fix, but as an opportunity for deeper self-awareness and emotional connection. Let's start by acknowledging something profound. Desire doesn't just vanish because the calendar flips. It's often a quiet accumulation of life's layers, hormonal shifts, the weight of unspoken emotions, or even the subtle drift in how we communicate with our partners. Research from places like the Mayo Clinic shows that for men, low testosterone can play a big role, sometimes tied to things like sleep apnea or ongoing stress, which disrupts that natural drive. For women, declining estrogen after menopause can lead to physical discomfort, like vaginal dryness, making intimacy feel more challenging than inviting. And across the board, studies on aging and sexual function reveal that poorer desire often links to broader health factors, but also to psychological ones, like how we perceive our changing bodies or the unresolved relationship problems that build up over time. Have you ever paused to reflect on this in your own life? Maybe you've noticed how a busy schedule or lingering resentments chip away at that emotional health, making trust and attachment feel a bit more fragile. But here's where hope enters the picture. And it's tied to something as simple as your morning routine. That one thing I mentioned? It's a handful of walnuts, yes, those nutrient-packed nuts you might already have in your kitchen. Now, before you think this sounds too straightforward, let's dive into the science behind it, blended with the emotional intelligence that makes real change possible. A study published in the journal Nutrients, involving healthy men, found that adding about 60 grams of mixed nuts, including walnuts, almonds, and hazelnuts, to a daily diet over 14 weeks significantly improved self-reported sexual desire and orgasm quality. Why walnuts specifically? They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart health and better blood flow, crucial for arousal, especially as we age and vascular issues become more common. Zinc and arginine in walnuts also play a role in hormone balance, helping to counteract that dip in libido that research links to aging. It's not about popping a pill. It's about nourishing your body in a way that honors the natural rhythms of life after 60. And here's the beautiful part, this isn't just physical. Eating walnuts every morning can become a mindful ritual that fosters self-awareness, that quiet moment where you tune into your body's needs and set an intention for the day. Imagine starting your morning with a small bowl of walnuts, perhaps sprinkled over yogurt or oatmeal, and using that time to reflect on your emotional connection with your partner. What if this simple act reminded you to check in with yourself? How am I feeling today? What small step can I take toward rebuilding trust or addressing those subtle relationship problems that might be dimming the flame? Emotional intelligence teaches us that desire thrives when we feel seen and safe. And incorporating this habit can be a gentle nudge toward that. Speaking of emotional connection, let's think about how lost desire after 60 often stems from the stories we tell ourselves about aging and intimacy. Psychology of relationships shows that as we grow older, attachment styles, those deep-seated ways we bond, shaped by early experiences, can either support or hinder our drive. If you've leaned toward an avoidant attachment, for instance, you might pull back emotionally when vulnerability feels risky, leading to a cycle where desire fades because the heart isn't fully engaged. But research in relationship science, like studies on long-term couples, highlights that building emotional health through open communication can reverse this. Picture this: after eating your walnuts, you sit with your partner over coffee and share one thing you're grateful for about them. It's a practical takeaway that strengthens trust and reignites that spark, because desire isn't just biological, it's woven into how we feel emotionally secure. Have you ever experienced something similar, where a small daily habit shifted the energy in your relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments, you never know who might need to hear your perspective. It's these shared stories that build a community of compassion here now. Flowing from that, consider how conflict resolution plays into this. After 60, life's accumulated stresses, health changes, retirement adjustments, or even partners' erectile dysfunction, which studies show impacts women's libido too, can create unspoken tensions. But with grounded wisdom, we can approach these as opportunities for growth. Emotional intelligence guides us to listen without defensiveness, to express needs with kindness. Tie this back to your morning walnuts. As you nourish your body for better physical response, you're also priming your mind for healthier interactions. A study from Harvard Men's Health Watch echoes this, noting that nuts like walnuts enhance overall vitality, which in turn supports the stamina needed for intimate moments. Practically, try pairing your walnut routine with a quick breathing exercise. Inhale gratitude, exhale any lingering resentments. This builds self-awareness, helping you navigate relationship advice not as rules, but as tools for authentic connection. And let's not overlook the role of novelty and playfulness, even later in life. Behavioral research tells us that desire often wanes when routines become predictable, but introducing small surprises can rekindle it. After 60, this might mean exploring new ways to express affection, like a gentle touch during your morning walnut snack shared with your partner. What do you think about this? Does adding a bit of play to your day resonate with you? If it does, tap the like button so more people can find videos like this and start their own journeys toward renewed intimacy. As we weave these threads together, remember that lost desire after 60 is often multifaceted, blending physical declines with emotional layers. For women, postmenopausal changes can make arousal slower, but omega-3s in walnuts help with lubrication and mood stability by supporting brain health. For men, the vascular benefits combat common issues like erectile challenges, fostering confidence that spills into emotional bonds. The key takeaway? Start small, commit to eating a handful of walnuts every morning, about 10 to 15 pieces, and observe how it enhances your energy and openness to connection. Combine it with relationship science-backed practices, like weekly check-ins where you discuss desires without pressure. Building that emotional health that sustains intimacy. Think about the couples I've worked with, they often share how reclaiming desire started with self-compassion, recognizing that it's okay to evolve. By nurturing your body with walnuts and your heart with honest communication, you're investing in a fuller life. Have you tried incorporating nuts into your routine before? Drop a comment below. Your experience could inspire someone else. Diving deeper, let's explore how attachment influences this. Secure attachment, fostered through consistent emotional support, correlates with higher satisfaction in long-term relationships, according to attachment theory research. If lost desire feels tied to insecurity, your morning ritual can be an anchor. Eat those walnuts while journaling a positive affirmation about your worthiness of love. This practical step enhances self-awareness, reducing the impact of relationship problems and paving the way for trust to flourish. And as the day unfolds from that nourished start, carry that energy into conflict resolution. Instead of avoiding tough talks, approach them with the calm that comes from feeling physically vital. Studies show that better nutrition, like from walnuts, improves cognitive function, making it easier to empathize and resolve issues compassionately. It's all connected, physical health bolstering emotional intelligence for richer intimacy. If this is sparking some reflection, pause here. What one change could you make tomorrow to honor your desire? Sharing in the comments creates that ripple of support we all need. Wrapping this up with one more insight, sustainability comes from compassion. Lost desire after 60 isn't a failure. It's a signal to realign. By eating walnuts every morning, you're addressing the science, boosting libido through better hormones and circulation, while inviting emotional growth. Make it a shared habit with your partner, turning it into a moment of connection that deepens attachment and trust. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you found value in this real talk on lost desire after 60, intimacy, relationships, emotional intelligence, and relationship science, hit that subscribe button to the Intimacy Doctor. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on more insights like this. Next up, we'll explore how simple touch can rebuild emotional connection in long-term partnerships, tying right back to reigniting that spark we talked about. Watch that one next. It might just be the companion piece you need. Take care, and remember, intimacy is always within reach.